Hello, Wastelanders. It's Jewel Smith. Today I am Fiona, General of the Minutemen, and with me as always is my better half, Hancock. And today we're going to give you a tour of Warwick Homestead. My last video I gave you a tour of the castle, which is right there. And I said that after I had unlocked the castle, I swam out here and unlocked Warwick Homestead. It's just across the water, and there's nothing in the water that's going to hurt you other than radiation. But I took the perk very early in the game, Aqua Girl, or Aqua Boy if you're playing a male character. And I do not take rads from being in water. And if you get the second rank of that perk, you are undetectable to enemies when you are in the water as well. I don't know if I have the second rank, but I definitely took the first rank. So, and I think you can breathe underwater as well if you have that perk. So I took that. It was one of the first perks I took in the game so that I could go underwater and I could go in water. And it's a very handy way of avoiding enemies. So instead of going all around the Commonwealth there through all of the raiders and mutants and gunners and whatnot, I can just bypass all of that, swim through the water, and come straight over here to Warwick Homestead. Warwick Homestead, from what the game tells us, was a wastewater treatment facility before the war. And the Warwicks moved in, and they set it up to be their home. So I'm going to give you a little tour of that today. And of course, I didn't build everything the moment I unlocked it. I built gradually throughout the game until I got up to now I'm level 116, very close to turning 117. And I'll show you. Oop, I'm not close enough to get into the nope, still not. Come on. Where's the workshop? There we go. Warwick has 18 people and a defense of 135, which is not very high. Usually I have pretty high defenses on my settlements, especially the larger settlements with more people, but you notice my hotbar there under size is almost completely full. So there's not much else I can build here in the way of defenses. I suppose I could rewire everything because I don't have a lot of electricity. You'll see I've only got a power of 17. So if I put in a different generator and maybe rewired some things, I might be able to take a little heat off of that bar. But, you know, it's a decent settlement just the way it is. And I'm going to leave it like that. But here, let me give you a little tour of the outside of the settlement. That's where we usually start, right? Instead of using the shack bridge walls, which I do on several of my settlements, I have used cement and sort of a natural barrier. When I was doing some building around Warwick Homestead is when I first got the, I think it's the Wasteland Workshop DLC that adds the buses and train cars, and I think the box cars were maybe added by contraptions or something, and I wanted to play around with those and see what I could do in a settlement with that. Now across the road here, right across the front yard, I guess you could say, is this crashed boat, and the raiders and mirelurks and other nasty things in this crashed boat, they constantly respawn. So that's kind of a pain in the neck. And that's one reason why I have a lot of I have 2 missile turrets and a laser turret and a robot all right here in the front, and cement walls, because I don't like the neighbors. So anyway, it's right on the water, and it's kind of got this little cement wall sort of thing here, a retaining wall, I guess. But I put buses and box cars and train cars and stuff, whatever, right along here. Oh, and a water purifier. I filled this in with cement. Can't get in there. And these big old tanks here, part of the wastewater treatment facility, can't scrap those or really do much of anything with them. I put cement in. Oh, hello. Are you stuck on the outside of the cement? That's my scavenger.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sometimes they get stuck and can't seem to figure out how to path around things. Go through the wall. Go ahead, go. I moved it for you. We'll move it temporarily. Let him go through there. Anyway. Oh! This is a silly little thing here. I didn't do that. I think the little boy who lives here, the Warwick's son, I'm assuming he did that. I just left it. Come around here. And all these buildings and everything, again, can't scrap them, can't do anything with them. Just left them there. Oh, there's more stuff that the Warwick's kid must have put out here. Huh. I'll just leave it there. Alright, so come around. I put a cement wall right here for defensive reasons. Not that we ever get attacked from this side of the settlement, but it just, you know, for realistic reasons seemed like it needed to be closed off. So that's the outside. There's this weird little building here, and this is involved in a sort of little mini side quest thing that you might get. It serves no other purpose, as far as I know, other than for that quest. Alright, so this is where I start building. So I built the cement wall. Got a little fancy, all curvy there. Curvy wall. Put up some Minutemen flags. This took a lot of fiddling to get this billboard. It's made from a spiked pole that doesn't actually have a lot of spikes on it, and then I had to build a wall up to that point and then remove the rest of the wall pieces and then put a neon sign on there. Not that the Warwicks seem like the kind of people who would enjoy having colorful neon signs on their house, but maybe their son would like that. And these little lights here. So come in here. So this is the back side of the wall. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. I've got it. No problem. We're back. Just my controller ran out of juice. I had no idea. Sorry about that. So we have the Minutemen guards, as I do on many of my settlements. I mean, they're technically just settlers, right? It says settler, but I dressed them up like Minutemen. Got this curvy little wall. See that? I can put a turret there and a guard post there at the top of the wall. And then here I have my armory. I used the new shops that came with the PS4 1.09 aka 1.7 update. Instead of the crappy little wooden stands, I put in these little counters. They take up less room. They look nice. I kind of don't like the way they say the big words on the front though. Weapons, yeah. Armor. So I kind of block that off. Little mannequin there. This is a picture frame with the gun displays inside of it. I thought that looked nice. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, it's not so much that I think they'd be selling a lot of armor and weapons here on the ass end of the Commonwealth, basically. Let's take a look at that. It's way down here. Warwick Homestead, on the edge of the map. There's the castle. But it's that, you know, they would need someone who can fix and repair their weapons and armor. And so it's just sort of more of a workshop than a shop, I guess. How many bottle caps do I have here? I don't think have I picked up the bottle cap? Oh my gosh, 13,000 bottle caps. I'll take those. Wasn't I just saying it's so easy to get bottle caps once you set up a bunch of shops and settlements? So here's a nice little, I guess, porch area, dining area. I didn't have to build that building, it just came with the settlement, but I added the turbines on top for power and the turrets for protection. And that was made from the head of a mutant hound that had dared to attack our settlement. A couple little chairs there. Oh, Hancock likes the bar. Yeah. Just a little bar, nothing fancy. In the general store. The lady who runs the general store lives with the scavenger inside that building there, and I'll show you that in a minute. There's her little shop with her junk to sell. I'll go up here. Now, there's really no reason for me to have built this up here, but it just seemed like a tactical decision. Again, I like to build settlements that are realistic, and I like to have them very well defended because, let's be honest, the Commonwealth is a very dangerous place. So of course there would be a lookout up here and up on top of those buildings. Now, if I wanted to reduce my hotbar, I suppose I could scrap all of these ramps and walkways and guard posts, but then it just wouldn't feel as realistic and safe to me. Across the water, there's the Adam Cat's warehouse, where you can buy T45 armor parts and other power armor parts from Rowdy. But I mentioned the T45 in my last video because that's the only one you can put Minutemen paint on. But they're right across the way. I wish that was a settlement. That would be a cool settlement. But it's not. So we'll come around here.
So you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a mentat school myself.
Nothing much going on over here. Those cement walls. Oh, I can do... Let's move that cement wall back into defensive position, right? There we go. I feel better now. Alright, so there's not much you can do with this stuff. I mean, I suppose at one point I actually had a house built on top of that, but then I thought, ew, you know, how moldy and nasty and horrible would that be? Hi! Horrible would that be to live right on top of the smoldering poop water or whatever this stuff's supposed to be. So I scrapped that house and just kind of put in some walkways. And this comes up here. Oh, she's actually in position.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get up here. I thought you couldn't get up here. Good for you. So there's the lookout. What a kind of crappy view. Yeah, I think the characters even mentioned that it smells bad here because it was a waste treatment facility, but that the plants grow really well. Of course, if you've done anything... I'm so tempted to... I don't want to give too many spoilers, but if you've done anything with the Institute or inside the Institute or read the computers in the Institute, you might find out the real reasons why things grow so well here. You can plug your ears for a second. La 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 la. I'm going to say that there's at least one settler here who is a synth, who was replaced by the Institute. Now, I did not do the Institute quest line. I mean, I went into, you have to go to the Institute as part of the main storyline. Eventually, you find out where they are, and you find out who they are, and all that kind of stuff. And I went there, and I read the terminals and whatnot, but then I used the Minutemen to destroy them. So there's a lot of things that didn't happen, but I guess if you do the Institute, if you join the Institute instead of destroying them, there are some things that can happen here in this settlement, and some information that you can discover. But I didn't do any of that. I do know who the synth is. I read the computer terminal in the Institute, and I know who the synth is. And I really, really, really wish that there was some way I could talk to that person about being a synth. But the game does not give you that unless you do the Institute option. doing the Minutemen option and destroying the Institute, I came back here hoping that I could talk to that synth person and say, hey, the Institute's been destroyed, and I know that you're a synth, blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't part of the game, which was a little bit disappointing. But, oh well. So here we have our medical center. I did not build this building, it was just part of the settlement. And so I used it to be the medical center.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
There's our doctor. No, I don't need any fixing up. Chem station. Little hospital bed. I closed this off with a wall and put her cabinet back here. It's kind of cool. Like you could close the doors and close it up. Oh, look at that. Or open it up and there's her stuff. Her tools and chemicals and whatnot. Chems. Medicine. So that's the medical center.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? This is a guard station that comes with the Vault-Tec workshop. Oh, excuse me, didn't mean to get in the way. I had a guard station out here, like a guard tower thing right here. There's a very early video, I think one of the first videos I ever did where I was just testing out the whole video making process on PS4, and I was here. And if you go all the way back to that very, very first video, I don't even think there was sound, I don't think I had a microphone yet. But if you go back to that one, you'll see me messing around with the guard post right here in the corner. But I closed that off and I put her guard desk there. This is the Minutemen Barracks. These are their little cots and footlockers that I always give my Minutemen.
Huh?
There are many, many of them at the castle, if you watch that video. You know what it needs? Oh, it has a flag. Okay, I was going to say it needs a flag, but it's got a flag right there.
That's not cause trouble.
Bill, seriously. You need to hush your face. I don't want your shit right now, Bill. He's a ray of sunshine. And there's a backstory to Bill, too. Unrelated to the other stuff I mentioned with the Institute and whatnot. But Taffington Boathouse. Bill has a connection to Taffington Boathouse. If you read notes and pickpocket, I think he's got a note in his inventory, and there's some other information you can get at Taffington when you unlock that settlement. You can find out what his connection is to Taffington. But anyway, here is the party bus. This is the general's quarters here when I'm out at Warwick. Some places I don't have much of a bedroom or a place to crash. Like if you watched my Sunshine Tidings co-op video, I've only got like a mattress shoved behind the robot workstation, you know, where I build robots, and that's where I would crash if I'm at Sunshine Tidings. But other settlements, I like to, for whatever reasons, I don't know why, maybe because I end up spending a lot of time there, or because I just get inspired. But here at Warwick, I was inspired to make this fancy bus for John and I. Little living room, bedroom, goodies. I love those glowing lights. Those come from the Children of Adam in the Far Harbor add-on, the DLC, downloadable content, Far Harbor. Where did all my stuff go? Man, I know I mention this every video, I sound like a broken record, but I have a problem with things falling through the world. And just before I made this video, before I started recording, there were mentats and whiskey and a whole bunch of things on this table. All of our fun things. And they've all fallen through. I will bet you a million caps that if I go out here and look underneath the bus, they'll be under there. Watch. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you right now. Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Watch. I'm gonna come over here because I had to do this earlier before I even made this. See all that? Look at that. Why is it under the bus? Why can it not? And I was in workshop mode and everything. I was in workshop mode. I placed all the items. Look, there's a lighter under there. There's his jet. Dang it. Why does it fall through the world? That is pissing me off. You get everything just the way you want it and it looks nice. We can't have nice things. Damn you, Todd Howard. Alright, anyway, so moving on. This boxcar is where the bartender lives. I'm not sure who else sleeps over here. Maybe the barber. The bartender and the barber live in this boxcar. And we have a caravan station. So Lucas and Cricket and the doctor, they can wander in here from time to time. There's kind of a little mattress, flop house sort of thing. Sometimes I put in, usually I have, I wonder why I removed them. I have bedrolls in here, because if you put beds near the caravan stations, if you put anything in the caravan stations, the caravaneers, the guards, and the people like Lucas and Cricket and stuff, they'll use these items. They'll actually sleep at night if you put down beds for them, but the beds can't be occupied. Remember, you gotta have them. That might be why I removed them, because I wanted to make sure that my settlers were assigned to all the other regular beds, and then as long as these aren't occupied, the caravan guards and Lucas and Carla and those people, they'll sleep on the bedrolls. I put this little ladder here just because in the mornings, sometimes when I'm here, it's really pretty when the sun's coming up. So there's the east, and when the sun comes up, it's really pretty. So I put a ladder so I could climb up here and see the view, or shoot at enemies if things attack. It's a pretty good vantage point for shooting things. What is that building out there? Look at that. That looks like a thing, doesn't it? I might have to check that out. I don't know if I have yet. So here we have power generator for the turrets and whatnot over here.
This unit is ready to serve.
And Galahad. Not right now.
Huh. Actually, I'll be back later.
Confirmed.
Galahad is the Warwick Homestead robot. He's kind of a weird mixture of various robot parts. Mr. Handy thruster, a sentry body, and I think robo-brain arms. You know, it's cool. I like building the robots. It's fun. He's up there guarding Warwick Homestead. Alright, so yes, and then there's this giant field here of crops. That was already here. You can see it's got the little mounds of dirt. They were already there. I just added more. It's got quite a bit of food going on here. And then let's go up into, I think the only thing left is the two buildings, right? So here's the main building. We have a barber here. That's a sort of new thing. Came with the Vault-Tec workshop. That also came with Vault-Tec. That adds happiness. And all the beds. Most of these beds were here when I took over this settlement. That's where the little boy lives. There's his lockers full of toys and goodies. And all his toys here. I didn't put those there. I think they were already there. There's Mom and Dad sleep there. Mom's sequin dress. And he's got an older sister. She sleeps there. And then got some other beds. I added a sink. A pantry. That stuff didn't fall down. That's all still there. Cupboard back here. And a toilet. Gotta have a bathroom. I didn't put anything right there because they like to sit there. There's some kind of programming where the settlers will come in and sit down on the ground right there. So I didn't put anything in their way. But I put a stove back here. And some yummies. Nom-noms. Little dining room. See, like the coffee cup fell down underneath. because it's a piece of shit. Alright, let's see. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Lots of bedrooms in here. Now there's one building left, and that I should have shown you that while I was back there. Did I show you? I didn't show you. I went up this this walkway and I showed you the roof. I didn't go around the back. Alright, so around here, nice little grill. Wouldn't that be fun to grill out there? This is where the scavenger lives with his old lady who runs the general store. The scavenger really likes sports. So we put in all kinds of sporty things. There's a bed there for his old lady. Why are you in here? You need to go out. Go back to your post. There's his bed. Now, you know, of course, in real life, they'd both be sleeping in the same bed, but you can't assign two people to one of these beds, so I had to put in the extra bed. Scavenger station, some junk. It's kind of dark in here. Let's light it up. See, he's got a baseball glove and a baseball. So, all of his junk in here. That's kind of nice. Right? Pretty nice digs for the wasteland. Then he can also come out here, sit and drink a Nuka Cola if he wants to. So the scavenger and the general store lady have got a pretty good deal here. I put that ladder in not because I thought anybody would go swimming here. Yeah, let's swim in this water. No. But just because there was a few times where I fell in, and so I put the ladder there so I could get back out, and just in case any of the settlers fell in, they could climb back out as well. So that's where the scavenger lives. And I think that is everything. Did I miss anything? So many times when I do these settlement tours, I rush through the whole thing, and then there'll be one thing that I forgot to mention, like Buddy the Beer Bot at the Starlight Drive-In. I forgot to mention him in the Starlight Drive-In tour. Or the glowing wolves that are the pets for the ghouls who live at the slog. I forgot to mention the wolves when I did my slog tour. So I'm trying to be very careful that I don't leave things out. But I think that's Warwick Homestead. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I think my next tour, I might go out to Egret Tours Marina, because I think that was the next thing I unlocked. Yeah, I'm going right past the Mirelurks here. I want to go out here and see what this building is. Anyway, I think I unlocked Egret Tours Marina next because I wanted to make a route for the provisioners, link them up with everything else like Starlight Drive-In and Sunshine Tidings and Sanctuary and all of that. So I unlocked Egret Tours, and then I unlocked Jamaica Plain, and I made a yeah, okay, so what's this? Anyway, I made a path to, let's look. See here? Right, so we have Oberland, Hangman's Alley, and then Egret Tours Marina, see, and then Jamaica Plain, and then that's linked to Warwick and the castle. So that'll be what I do next. Egret Tours Marina. And then maybe come around here, Somerville Place, Murkwater. I've done some Vault 88 videos already when I was doing the little mini quest line that goes with that. What is all this? Somebody living out here in the middle of nowhere? In the middle of the water? Huh, okay. Looks like razor grain right there, doesn't it? But I can't pick it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you had fun. See you next time. Bye!